Hey guys, SaveAsUntitled here, and I'm sorry I couldn't get a top 64 storylines video out for you, but to kind of compensate that or to have something else in that spot, I wanted to do a stream kind of discussion about who I think is going to win Genesis. I did start writing a script for that as the people are already in the stream here talking about. I got through the H-Box section, but I was like, this isn't going to get done on time or isn't going to be as quality as I want it to be. So instead, we're just going to do a stream and we're going to kind of talk through the big paths because I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's only a few people who I think can win this tournament. And by a few people, I think it's mainly just H-Box, Mango, Leffen, maybe Wizrobe and Mewtwo Zane's got a really rough path to do it. I don't think Axe can do it either. But again, we're gonna go through the top seeds like all the way down, and then look at their path and kind of gauge who's got the best chance, who's got the worst chance. Cody could maybe do it. Cody's probably the lowest seeded person who could do it. Also, Happygate, thank you for the 4 months. That's nuts. It feels like it's been forever. But let's start with H-God and we'll move from there. So, H-God versus Spud, he'll be totally fine. H-God versus the winner of Face Roll Swedish. Do we have history of Face Roll Swedish? Because I know I was memeing before, and I still stand by it, though. So the last time, if you don't remember, Swedish, no, not Sweet Green. Swedish Delight is there's the set. Hey, there's the set I need. Yeah. So if you don't remember, the last time Swedish Delight and H-Box played, game 1, Swedish won with Sheik, and then switched off Fox for the rest of the set. And then he was where we just were before. He was able to win game 4 with his Fox, which is nuts. But he wasn't able to close out the set. So my theory from before, you might remember this from I believe it was Mango's Birthday Bash. Swedish Delight won with one character, Sheik, and then couldn't win another game with Sheik because he didn't get the opportunity. Then with his Fox, he took a game. So that, all that matters, what I'm seeing here, is if Swedish Delight brings out a third character against H-Box, he can beat him in a set. And you know, also I forgot to turn it, hopefully this isn't a copyright. You know what other character Swedish Delight has beaten H-Box with? Luigi. You know what character? H-Box Path? He's not going to be prepped for a Luigi. He's playing Marth, Sheik, Fox. He's just got to bring out Luigi. He doesn't. He plays Curve, doesn't he? Fuck, he plays Curve. Damn it. He's going to be prepared. Okay, never mind. Swedish isn't going to do it. That's the only thing that is going to keep Swedish back from beating H-Box this weekend. God, H-Box, yeah, H-Box, all he needs is one set. So guys, if you want H-Box to lose this weekend, you got to be rooting for Azel. Or who does Curve play before that? Light? Is this, there's like 17 lights in Smash. I have no idea who that is. Oh wait, is that Fire Puff? Is that the man, the myth, the legend, Fire Puff? Oh, Fire can do it. I believe in Fire. Oh, it's Fire. Fire can do it. How's the Puff Luigi matchup? Well, then Fire would have to beat Azel, beat Reno, and then beat Curve. I think Fire can do it. It's all on you, Fire. Actually, no, but we can't count on Fire to be the one for H-Box to lose from. Okay, hey Ivan, how you doing? But yeah, so I started off maybe a little too aggressive on the bit, but I think Swedish Delight is definitely still a scary match. And I think Face Roll to an extent. I don't think they played last year, but they believe they played in 2018. Shoutouts to Wheat. The most exciting thing about the final day of the head-to-head, the final day of the ranking being posted, is that we will potentially in the next couple of days have the updated Wheat sheet. Magnifique. Man, so let's scroll down the Face Roll. Yeah, they did play, and H-Box swept them 2-0 at Nudes, yeah. Excuse me. The winner of this set will be the Mango Leffen set. Yeah, so I think both of these guys could potentially give H-Box a run for money, and then it also goes down to the conversation of who's going to win between Face Roll and Swedish, which is another one we should probably check in on. Swedish and Face Roll didn't play this year. Swedish and Face Roll, did they play this year? They did, and Swedish won. Oh, game 5, yeah. So this set could definitely flip from projected. Swedish has this weird thing where he'll just play incredible out of nowhere every once in a while. So I think that's very reasonable. Dio, thank you for the follow. Is that Philly Dio? Is that my ultimate arch rival, Dio? That's probably my ultimate arch rival. Well, there's many Dios in Smash. The world has many Dios, SpongeBoy me Bob. Thank you for the follow, Fizz. Zane winning Genesis, where I give 10 subs. Whoa, wait, so... Dio from Up and Me. God damn it, Dio! I'll never get you. All right, what was I talking about? So, yeah, JK Trace, thank you for the 10 subs in advance. That'll make me hit the sub goal, which I believe I am 24 away now is what I'd be. And then for that, I'm going to be doing this Pokemon Shield Nuzlocke again. I'm going to be giving it another shot, and then I'm also be doing a cooking stream. So if you're interested in seeing either of that, Goldilocks Shade in 23, thank you for the follow. But what we were talking about. So last time they met, it was a Game 5 set, and that was when before FaceOld kind of made his ascent to top 20. But Swedish just out of nowhere plays incredible, so anything could happen. Yeah, but I think either way, like the big thing that happens when we're talking about HBox, people's potential to upset HBox, it's always like, who has greater than a 0 chance to do it? I don't think Spud's chances to do it are very minimal, very, very, very minimal, because that's already a matchup that HBox is so good at. That's going to be tough for Fat Goku to win. Yeah, but that'll probably be Spud advancing from there. So I don't think the Marth beats him. I'm more concerned about Swedish, but I guess Face Roll's really not really that known of an entity. But still, HBox is probably like the 80-20 favorite here. Also, thank you for the 5 bits, anonymous cheer. What if Plup won? It's not gonna happen. Yeah, but HBox probably wins against whatever Sheik that he plays. It is kind of nice though that he. What was I going to say? I was going to say that it's nice that he's playing a Sheik no matter what, but I don't think that we're operating at this level of that to be going through here. And then HBox is projected to face off with IBDW. Let's look at both their passives, see if that's who's going to be coming through here. Cody versus Army. Do we have a history of Cody playing against Ice Climbers? Do we know how he fares? Because I'm always scared when I see anyone who I don't have a good recollection of them playing against Ices. He beat Bananas. Close set against Bananas. 2-0'd Army. Okay, no. So he should be fine against Army. Cody's looking fine there. He said on his stream he should destroy Army. Ooh, that's not good. That sounds like a big old jinx to me. Mango on making top. Would I rather put money on Mango making top 8 or Westballs making top 64? I think Westballs can beat Zamu or Mango. Probably a Mango making top 8. Oh, do I really think Mango is a better shot against Mewtwo King than Westballs is a better shot against Zamu? Because, like, Mango should beat Moki. This is, like, 95-5. And this should be, if we didn't have the Nun set, this would be 100-0. And I can't imagine it's anything difficult here. Pudgy Panda? No, he beats Nikki and Mega Xmas, no problem. Well, actually, I think Swooper... I have a feeling Swooper is going to win this set. Maybe call me East Coast biased. I think Swooper wins that set. Well, I guess I can't be East Coast biased because Nikki's also... He's just, like, far East Coast. Yeah, that's a tough draw for Nikki. Do I remember in Eric Timmons? Yeah, I used to play a league with Gavrar all the time. The homie. Eric Timmons is my boy. Who are you roasting? I missed that. Westball hasn't... Oh, my God. I'm gonna take that... Oh, you went to high school now, college? Oh, shit. That's awesome. Yeah, Europe's just far East Coast, guys. Mango did lose the Magi last year. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's probably following me some, like, way, way back, BD Corn Dog. That's nuts. Such a small world we live in. Now I just doxed Eric, though. RIP. Yeah, what was I talking about? So yeah, Cody should be making it to here, no question. Cody doesn't have a weird playing match as well. Robert, yeah, I think at best Robert takes a game, but that should be Cody's as well. So Cody beats Army, Plup, Pew Pew, that should be very strongly Plups. Oh yeah, we're talking about if it's more likely that Mango beats Mewtwo King or Westballs beats Zamu. I don't know, man. I wish I could leak the DMs between me and Zamu, because there's some quality stuff in there. Well, there's one quality thing that makes me want to root for Zamu a little bit more. But I am not. No Licorino, Cappuccino, Frappuccino. God, honestly, I don't know what is more likely. I'd probably bet my money on Mango. Neither of them are confident. Okay, let's go back up. We jumped the shark, not jumped the shark. We jumped way ahead here. So what we wanted to be talking about was Plup versus IBDW, which there's so many like big question marks with this tournament. So many sets that could easily go either way because we just don't know. Did they play? Excuse me. Cody's not even okay. Here he is. I was about to say, is Cody even on this sheet? Cody, did he play Plup on his come up? Plup at number 2. What a weird world we once lived in. What a weird world. But Plup did drop that set to Moki and those 2 sets to SFAT. So I don't think it's and the set to Fiction. So I don't think it's completely unreasonable that it would happen. Hey TK, how you doing? I don't think it's completely unreasonable that he would get that upset. This is a really exciting set. I don't think either of them. This is a whole roundabout way to say I don't think either of these guys beat HBox because Plup's lost. Oh, I just closed the script. Plup's lost like 8 straight against HBox. I think it's 8 straight. Well, nonetheless, the number really doesn't matter. Plup loses and will continue to lose to HBox. Well, let me not say that. Plup can do it. What I would say is that we've been given so much evidence that HBox beats Plup, like overwhelming, aggressive evidence that HBox has and will continue to beat Plup until something ridiculous changes. So I'm going to go under the assumption that HBox beats Plup, like moving forward. And I operate also for the same thing for HBox versus Zane, which is definitely a little bit spicier and I think a lot stronger, I feel, on the Plup losing to HBox than the Zane losing to HBox. But like, especially because how close the Zane sets are and the recent Plup set was 3-1, yeah. It's sad he didn't complete the palindrome. Plup just needs to go full-time melee again. No, Plup just needs to go full-time Puff. Puff did to HBox, then he beats him. Yeah. The only sets that Zane beat HBox last year was at Come to Papa. He beat him twice at Come to Papa, and that was the only times. 7-2. You don't like that? I don't like it either, but sometimes to save melee, you gotta break a few eggs. Yeah, but then we go to the same, we're having this essentially the same, not this, we're having essentially the same conversation we had right here, just a little bit scarier right here is that either of these guys, no, stop highlighting HBox, stop hiding LI, Long Island HBox. Can I just do that? You just missed the Samus? Yeah, bring back the Samus. Word, now this is a bracket I want to see. Mango's going to get 1st or 7th. Oh, Plup's not going to lose the Prince of Boo. Is Plup projected to play Prince of Boo somewhere in loser's side? Oh, are you saying he needs to bring his Samus out for that? Dude, Prince of Boo's going to beat Hugs. Can we talk about that for a second? Because you guys know, where's Hugs in this bracket? He's starting top 64 on losers, isn't he? Where is Hugo Gonzalez? Oh, he's playing Squid. Oh, good portion of the bracket to be in. Squid's not feeling good, so he's gonna get through there. Yeah, Rocky's gonna beat a Boo. Hugs might just lose the SP. Hugs is gonna lose the Pew Pew, and then a Boo's gonna beat Hugs. Hugs not making top 64. Yeah. So where was Squid in the bracket? I should probably look at that as well because Squid is under the weather. Also, oh my God, guys, 86 viewers. That's nuts. This was just like an offhand stream. I was not planning on doing this, and 86 people. Thanks for showing up, guys. Appreciate it. If you enjoy, hit with that follow and all that jazz. That's Spartacus. That's actually something I really want to do a little bit more in-depth dive into how fantasy works for Melee. I am so excited for Melee this weekend. But we're going to look at later in the show how fantasy goes. Essentially what we're finding out right now is how I envision the projected bracket to progress, and then I'm essentially going to build my fantasy based off that moving forward. The real fantasy Melee. The only player you need, guys, it's HGod. Can I submit my team with one player? I can. Okay, we're good. We're just going to submit the HGod team. Yeah. We'll get to talking about Mewtwo King versus Amza in a second. Link you the fantasy builder thing? Yeah, I can throw that down in the chat. I want to try to move through the bracket in some sort of semblance of, like, some way that makes sense. But we were talking about here, so HBox probably beats this. What I think I'm going to do is, now that we know that it's probably HBox advancing from this point, we can run through this quarter of the bracket, then we can well, yeah, let's run through all these quarters of the brackets up to top 8, then we're going to look at top 8 from there, and then we can say who's the most likely to win. So we can go over here. It's so weird looking at it, but Axe's scariest matchup, I said this in one of the Storylines videos, is down here with Nintendo, who Nintendo might potentially lose the Panda's Fox. But that's yet to be seen. And isn't there... Oh, yeah. Well, that's if Nintendo doesn't lose to Ringler. God, this tournament's so hype. This tournament's so hype. That a round 1 pools match is, like, of 2 players that a lot of people know about. Yeah, but if Nintendo... And Axe was looking pretty good in the last hump that he had to get over when... I believe someone left a YouTube comment about him grinding the matchup with Nintendo after losing to Army. But he did go... I believe that's his last set against, like, a notable Ice Climbers. Against his set against Army. Where's that? Yeah, there it is. Main stage 3-1 where Falco beat him. Yeah, so he was that set, like, going back and watching that a little bit, it didn't look too bad. So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. Axe still did lose the Pudgy Panda and to the god, the legend Napkin. So you never know. Bingo, bango, bongo, H god too strongo. Oh no 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 no. But yeah, if he gets past Nintendo, I think he's, like, up on Shroom the last time they played. I was looking through this for the video when it was going to be made, but, like, Axe has very favorable head-to-heads and histories against all these players. Where's Shroomed? 1-0, 3-1 at BC. Who would he have to play next? SFAT. Definitely a little bit scarier than Shroom, but still should be one that he wins. 2-1. Yeah, close set. So, like, not the safest thing in the world. God, if we get SFAT Zane, I would love to live in the world. So, the biggest brain pick for who is going to win Genesis, SFAT's going to beat Axe. Well, SFAT's going to lose the Ginger. It's going to be over. No, SFAT beats Ginger. SFAT beats Axe. SFAT finally does it. Beats Zane. SFAT beats HBox. And then in winners finals, Mango beats SFAT, and then he gets third. Yeah, there's no, even if SFAT makes the greatest run that he's ever had, and he's boot camping all weekend prep for this, there's no way he wins this tournament. He makes it the winter finals of Grands. He's getting third. Like, I can't even see what. Maybe Mewtwo King comes out on this side and he beats Mewtwo King. Amza comes out. Ooh, that's it. Amza would have to come through here. Or maybe Wizrobe. How's Mr. Fat performing against Wizrobe? No. It's got to be like Amza. And then Amza's got to win and lose his finals. Yeah. Well, let's go back. Yeah, Amza's unfavorable against Leffen. I always think back to there's that one Summit set where Leffen was scared, was like, I think it was the next day or like the first day of bracket that Leffen had to play against Amza, and I was really scared for him, and Leffen was like, oh, I'm going to grind the entire day against someone who plays Yoshi on net play, and he just like rocked Amza, no questions asked. Yeah, but where were we in the bracket? Over here. So yeah, Axe's Road, this one's definitely a little scary that could flip. If that flips, that's incredible for Zane. Zane, I think both these guys have like a scary matchup right here. Is kind of what I'm seeing through here. Also, what's S2J versus Spark look like? I want to see my boy Spark succeed. Ooh, that could be a flip. That could definitely be a flip. Shootout wobbles his way through fiction. Dude, Shootout's not gonna make it out of pools. He's got Layton or Kalamazoo. Shootout has a really rough bracket. Which, good work, Wheat. Nice job. But Shootout has a garbage bracket. Because I think probably Keizu probably beats Layton. Keizu probably beats Chu. KZU does suck versus Ices, but I gotta believe one of them is not gonna do it. And if they're not gonna do it, the Icy Slayer, 12th best in the world, Legend Fiction should be able to beat Chew. And if he isn't, Wizrobe, if Chew makes a decent run here, that's pretty incredible. You can't just assume Puff beats Ices. What's my address? No. That's a good question. I don't know why. Why did I read that? I'm stupid. Ooh. Someone take care of that. Who hit me follow? All Blue, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Cool. Good work, team. Wobbles the only Ices to beat H-God. The only reason he was able to beat H-God is because H-God didn't know it was a Game 3 set. Yeah, exactly, because H-Box only loses when he decides to lose, and because he didn't know it was a Game 3 set, that's why... no, we don't need to talk about H-Box losing other sets or whatever. He didn't know that he was about to lose the set to Wobbles, if he knew. The Evo set. Sick. Evo sick. No. Okay, where were we at? Yeah, I forget that tangents are a thing that happen with me. How could I obviously forget? Yeah, so this match could potentially flip. Does Spark have any disc? It was going to be today, but it was just not going to come in time. Yeah, Spark beats La Luna. Spark's fine again here. Well, Slug's going to beat La Luna. Let's go, Slug. So essentially, this disc, right now, is top 64 storylines. Meds beats Zane. All right, Meds is not gonna beat Zane. That's a tough matchup. Is a value pick fantasy. Well, we'll get to that, Eric. We'll get to that. We're still running through this bracket. Yeah. So essentially, the big scary is this match right here. Has Zane played Spark? Man69, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Enjoy your fun save W emotes. Oh, for those of you who haven't subbed before, that's the sick one. Look at Tris bracket. Okay, well we'll look at the Tris bracket as we move through further. What was I? I'm trying to give it some sort of reasonable progression through the bracket. Sometimes it's hard though, because you guys say some stuff that really make me just want to think about it. But this match could flip. If this match flips, which I guess based on the last matchup that happened, would be likely, then that would be incredible for Zane. Yeah. So this whole portion of the bracket could get a little whack depending on upsets. And like Ginger could upset SFAT. When's the last time they played? Don't see Curve in the bracket. Curve's in the bracket. He just gets eliminated real early. Ginger SFAT. Did they play in 2018? Is that a match we haven't seen in a while? That's something I'm actually really excited to see, because I feel like Ginger is kind of the SFAT of Falco. I hate statements like that because they're always pretty dumb. They almost always end up being pretty dumb. But Ginger's like that very unassuming, very solid records. Kind of just beats the people as he's expected to. 3-1 back in GTX in 2018. Oh yeah, maybe that could flip. Where's my YouTube video, buddy? Well, I put out 2. There's 20 minutes of YouTube content to watch right there. So, and if you don't, yeah, this stream is kind of making up for it. But there's 20 minutes of content if you want to watch that. Mewtwo King is the 0 of Brawl. Okay, no worries, Invisible Ceiling. Sorry, I just saw the buddy and I was like, oh, all right, this is how it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna be. What was I gonna say? Mewtwo King is the Smash of the Melee. Yeah. MKLeo is the 0 of Ken of Melee. Exactly. That's exactly the point I'm trying to get across. What I do think is the point I'm trying to get across is that, one, Zane's bracket kind of sucks. Well, Zane has to play S2J. I wouldn't say it kind of sucks, but even if he beats S2J, he's got to hope there's an upset over here. So I think there's a possibility of like 5 people that could come through here. How long is top 64? I think top 64, I actually don't know off the top of my head the stream schedule for that. Because it's... chances Axe loses to SFAT? Definitely a doable possibility. I say this maybe like 65 35 in Axe's favor. Maybe I'm being a little... I might even say, God, you can never, in percentages from talking about stuff in Melee, you can never say 60-40, but I'd probably say it's 60-40 in Axe's favor to win this one. Hey, Price. Yeah, but like I was saying, I think there's you could see Axe, Zane, SFAT, potentially even Ginger, because Ginger upset Axe before. So Axe, Zane, SFAT, Ginger. Could Spark... No, I don't think Spark makes his way out of here. Yeah, I think the only two that are going to come from this side is either S2J or Zane, who could come from the side into top 8. And the players who come from the side are probably SFAT, Ginger, Axe. Yeah. Where are we at, Ivan? We are still on this side of top 64. Yeah, I definitely believe... I think it's a very realistic possibility that Spark beats S2J, but I don't think Spark beats Zane or Spark beats whoever is coming from the top side. Like, I think Spark can win this match, but I don't think Spark makes top 8. But yeah, so again, all this uncertainty is really good for HBox, because if it's anyone below like Axe or Zane, and even if it's anyone below Axe or Zane on the seeding that makes it in here, that's really great for HBox. And if it is either Axe or Zane, that's already really great for HBox. I think you're going to come... If you've watched any video I've ever made or any stream I've done, I think you know who I think is the most likely person to win this tournament. Yeah. Let me continue scrolling down. So from what we talked about here, it's going to be most likely HBox coming out of this side, and then coming out here, if it's Axe versus Zane, Axe is like strongly up against Zane, but Zane could potentially flip it around. But like I said before, it's like probably most likely to be coming out of here. I don't know if it's Axe or Zane who's more likely. Probably Axe. I'd say probably Axe is the more likely person to advance onto this point. So I'd say it's Axe, Zane, and then big gap everyone else. Do I agree with HBox to be the first seed? I think I could definitely see the arguments for it, but it's like at this point, I'm more worried about like talking about the things that we do have set in place. Like there's so many interesting discussions to have about this tournament and projected matchups that I don't really feel the need to get bogged down by the whole seeding discussion. I do think HBox's seeding is like, he's on the opposite side of the bracket of everyone who's really scared. Who's ever scared him last year. Anyone who's ever frightened HBox in his entire life is on the other side of the bracket. Because, I mean, it's Mango, Mutaking, Lef, and Wizrope. Like, his four biggest demons, and I guess Amsa's over here, too, are all on this side of the bracket, which is absolutely incredible. Kirkstone, we haven't got there just yet. We're still progressing through here. I was just doing a summary, because from the top bracket, we're going to have HBox coming out of here, and then Zane, Axe, and maybe one of these guys. I think I'm just going to talk about Zane and Axe in this potential spot because, yeah, Cody potentially. So I think, yeah. Any one of these three, any one of these two could probably be coming out of these slots. But most likely HBox, and then these two, it really depends on how this portion of the bracket goes. Moving down to who we think is going to be coming out of top 8 here, we're going to progress through this portion of the bracket, this portion of the bracket, and then we're going to talk about top 8, and then eventually like close off with who can win. Before we jump over the fantasy stuff. So, Mango should beat a Falcon. He did drop that set to none recently, but I think the last set these two played was a Falcon Ditto, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, no, they did play it, Big House 8. Okay, I think Mango still wins the Falcon Ditto here, if I remember correctly. Well, Gatsu looks like completely... I guess this is 6 years old. Gatsu looks completely different. Wow. Also, what is this? Oh, it's a Smash the Record set. That's why I was like, what is going on with this overlay? Where's the set number? What's going on? Nonetheless, I think Mango has this, no question. So we don't have to spend too much time getting bogged down that. Moki versus Triff. Triff does beat some good foxes over in Europe, so maybe he could potentially flip this. Someone was saying that Triff's bracket is cursed. Who does Triff have to play before this? Triff beat Moki at last Genesis? Yeah. I'm not seeing how this is cursed. Maybe 42nd comes in there. Wait, there's 100 viewers? No, that's nuts. That's nuts. No way Triff lose the 42nd. He lost the solo battle. And we don't know how good solo battle is. Well, solo battle's pretty good. Kidney Beans, thank you for the follow. No, yeah, you Moki versus Triff. I think you mean Farce versus 42nd. Oh yeah, dude, this may be the round 2 pools matchup I'm most excited about. It's like this one, Lucky Ice, DGK. Thank you for the follow. There's so many cool round 2 matchups, but I really want to see Moki first. It sucks. It sucks that it's like my boys fighting each other, but solo battle has to be better than 42nd? Maybe. Do we know how good Nut is in the Puff matchup? This is actually one of the... Sorry. Apologies. This is one of the matchups I was going to talk about for the storylines video, but I don't know when a bracketed Javi's. Are you talking about like Javi's thing he does on Wednesday nights? There are no Puffs in SoCal. Oh, 42nd's going to do it. 42nd's going to do it. Oh, is Gumi going to get him? What a whack. Well, I guess he should. Is this Gumi Zumi? Because there's like Gumi. There's Gooms. There's too many Goom-based Melee players. Too much Goom. Let's see what Goom this is. Oh, it is Gumi Zumi. God, what a whack ass. There's so many cool matchups. Yeah, because Gooms is the Fox, Gumi is the Samus. Oh God, where are we? Why are we looking at Splatoon? Whooper XDs, thank you for the follow. So many cool matchups. Stupid Kip is a very good tag. There's so many good tags. All right, let's get back to the bracket. Solo battle is substantially better than 42nd. Stud Kip? Oh, it's Stud. I'm illiterate. Curb has to play HBox. He does. Dude, if I... Sponsored by Nintendo, yeah, turn UCF off of my channel. Dude, that was so funny. I don't know if you guys saw, Sika just brought it up that Genesis is sponsored by Nintendo. The clear divide between the Ultimate people and the Melee people and responding to that tweet. The Ultimate people are like, oh, that's so awesome. Thanks, Nintendo, sending money to our tournament. This is going to be so cool. And all the Melee people are like, so no UCF, no Slippy. This tournament's going to be the worst thing that has ever happened in my entire life. My day's ruined. My disappointment is immeasurable. Just the juxtaposition of those two matchups, those two responses right next to each other, hilarious. And also really sad because there's probably not going to be UCF. But, you know. It's just solo battle. Melee needs to ditch Nintendo entirely. Dude, we need the money. There might be dweens, but I'm everything I talk about when I'll talk about like UCF or dweens and stuff like that. What money, money in Melee, is stuff I hear secondhand, and I kind of trust people who. Do I have the monitor? Cool. Yeah. If you want to learn more about why monitor Melee is bad. Ambi also put out an article recently on ranking stuff. I hope less people read that one because that directly says the mathematics behind why streaming about is a bad idea. But if you should follow Ambi. I don't know if there's a method to follow him on his website, but at least follow him over on Twitter. He puts out some really interesting like Melee content. Hey Zeus, how you doing? But let's circle on back because we only talked about a few things here. I mean, not being sad. Is there a universe where Professor Pro beats Mewtwo Because I was thinking about this, because I was like, it's Mewtwo versus a Spacey. He should probably win that. But then I was starting to think, Fiction, the 12th best player in the world, Fiction was able to beat Mewtwo. So what's stopping Professor Pro from doing it? I mean, Mewtwo probably going to win and do this. But guys, I don't think it's Prof who's going to beat him. Prof's not going to be the space to beat it. What I would love to see, I think would be so incredible to see, just to give Mewtwo just a slap in the face. He doesn't go to the tournaments for years. For decades, Mewtwo is lost in the desert. You know who's going to beat Mewtwo? Because he's going to beat Professor Pro. It's Billy Bo Peep. Well, actually, Vu's gonna beat him. Vu's gonna beat Prof, and then Billy's gonna do it. No, but Billy's gonna do it. Billy's gonna do it. I would if there's one thing, if I have one wish for this tournament, and I have many wishes for this tournament, but if there's one thing I would love, Mutaking losing the Friends too would be incredible. But I would love to see Billy beat Mutaking. Maybe I just want to see Mutaking lose. God, I wish Bananas was at this tournament. I wish we could find some sort of way. Is there a way for Mutaking to lose the Triff again? Can it happen? Triff's gonna have to beat, someone's gonna have to beat Mango. It's not gonna happen, dude. I would love, Mutaking is one match away from getting in the top 8, and he gets beat by fucking Triff again. Doesn't even play losers, DQs. You see him on the side of the stadium during top 8. He's just at his computer typing away, writing his book. He's given up all hope on Melee. That's what I'd love to see in my life. Triff's not gonna do it. There's no way Triff gets to play Mutaking, but I don't hate Mutaking. Let me really, that really is not convincing. But it's a funny scenario. I wish the best for Jason Zimmerman from Cinnamon City, New Jersey. Let's go, Bon. Bon, you're actually, like, good at Melee. Or maybe I'm just, like, really, really bad. But, Bon, from when we played before, your Pikachu's kind of sick. Triff beats Mega Mutaking. Oh, dude, I'd like, favorite, comment, and subscribe for that one. I'd smash that appreciation button. But alas, it will not happen. I would love, again, this is all, like, it's like when I talk about HBox, because boy, do I love to talk about HBox, is that it would be really cool if Cody beat HBox. It would be awesome if Face Roll beat HBox. It'd be crazy if Spud beats HBox. Is it going to happen? No. Wow, Pink Drink. You guys don't have to. Pink Drink really, like, full circled on that. You just said something really nice, and then, like, 3 seconds later, you're like, I'm too smarmy. Get him out of here. What's going on? Okay. You guys were talking about playing Melee. Let me circle back to playing Melee. IVW is real chance. Okay, well, let's go back. So Mutating probably beats whatever Spacey he plays here. He's really good at the matchup. He should be fine. Amza versus Lucky. I believe they've played a set recently. No, they haven't. 2018. How do I feel about that? Was so fun. I said that someone commented the other day, if y'all didn't see that, that I sound like what a talking Pop-Tart would sound like. And really don't know if that's a compliment or not. He's been grinding against Ned. That is a Kirkstone. That'd actually be a really, really good pasta. Lucky beats 100% beats Amsa. That's a bold take. I don't know. Like, that's really good that he's been grinding against Nez, but I still think Amsa is probably the favorite to take that. He's been training all with Sane. The Pop-Tart thing is really funny. Guys, the real question, though, oh, wait, I was just checking my phone for a second. Vish followed me just to send me that DM. God damn it. What was I going to say? Legalized Congo 64, thank you for the follow, and I completely agree. Oh yeah, so people are saying, someone said in my comments that I sound like a talking Pop-Tart. So I do think that is probably a fair assessment, for better or worse. But the real question is, well, the question that turns it from a compliment to an insult really depends on what kind of Pop-Tart that is. That's exactly. Fizz is thinking right now. Because if I'm not going to poison the well, but it really depends. Actually, you know, we've been gifted all this fantastic technology, and I feel like we take for granted sometimes, and I feel like I should do my part as a member of society, a member of this God-given earth, where is it? To use the technology that I'm given to the fullest extent and make the world a better place by doing my singular part. I wish I knew how to do that. No, that's not how you spell it. By, oh god, the bit's dying. Do my part. What did guys you say? Philly, you guys already caught on. The Pop-Tart comment's so funny. Let's see. So you guys said strawberry. S'mores was a popular answer. I'm gonna put in toaster strudel here. That's not how you spell strudel. God, I can't. Someone's gonna be so fucking mad that like that they were like, oh man, I'm so waiting for top 64 storylines, and I'm gonna post this VOD over on YouTube, and then they're just gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna jump into the middle of the video, see what's going on, and there's gonna be a goddamn poll for what Pop-Tart I sound like. All right, I think that's I got the leading answers here. Yeah. All right, guys. Very important question. Very important question. I need the results for ASAP. I forgot the cinnamon in the brown cinnamon sugar, but it's implied there. I forgot the I. What flavor of Pop-Tart do sound like? Zofos, you're probably off for the best if you don't have Pop-Tarts in your country. Pop-Tarts they're like tasty, but not that great. A pink drink explorer really out here keeping me honest. Sound like strawberry? Man. Can't believe all you were dragging me by saying God. Strawberry? Come on, guys. I don't sound like strawberry. I should have changed my sweater. I should have planned this all ahead. What flavor do Pop-Tarts sound like? Damn. All right. Now that we got that taken out of the way, I think we lost a considerable amount of viewers for that one. Let's talk about what people have been hyping up. Mutaking versus Amsa, which I think is really, really exciting to see. Like my gut without looking at their set history or going back at it, which I believe is 3-1 in Mutaking's favor. So I guess it is without looking at it. My gut reaction says that Amsa can probably win that. JK Trace, thank you for the 3 months. Currently the 2 streak. Oh, that was a tier 3 as well? JK Trace, you're nuts. All you tier 3ers out there, or anyone who can, hit him with that Yoshi'd up. Well, I guess everyone else. You can do the save W's, you casuals. The save W's are still good though. I appreciate any of you guys who are subbed in any capacity. It was 3-1 last year, or 2 years ago. I believe it was that tournament up in Canada was where he beat him. Mutaking, 4th best in the world. What a wild place. Yeah, lost at EGLX and then Mutaking won the next 3. Oh, you can use the Yoshi for tier 2 as well, I believe. Yeah. I gotta get you, JK Trace. You gotta let me know what you want for your super special tier 3 emote, because that's only you. So whatever you want for that, you got it. Oh, feels bad, man, Ivan. Yeah. So what I was saying before, the numbers say that Mutaking should probably win this one, based that he won the last 3. But it has been a year break since then. It's a weird matchup. It probably should be Mutaking. It really should be Mutaking. I think it's going to be another case. I need to find out like where I'm gauging. Top 64 is Saturday. It goes all the way up to top 8 on Saturday, and then all of top 8 is on Sunday. It's really hard to gauge like how good I think Mutaking is right now, especially after the whole face roll thing. I don't know, man. Yeah, I had Fiction at 13th. Don't tell Fiction. Don't tell Fiction, or I'm going to put him at 14th. Honestly, Mutaking, anyone who hasn't played for so long, how do you do against Face Roll? He got 6-0'd. Was it 6-0'd? Yeah, he got 6-0'd by Face Roll. That's why a lot of people were upset about Mewtwo King's ranking. I forget what tournament that was, but that's how Mewtwo King ended off his year. I remember that was such a surreal thing because I was like at home with my family. Like I was like, I don't need to watch this tournament because I think I was at home watching an Eagles game with my family. And I was like, I don't need to worry about this one. And then Facebook was like, yo, let me just 6-0 Mewtwo King in DreamHack Finals real quick. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah. What was I going to talk about? But yeah, Mewtwo King probably should win this. I imagine. I want Amsa to win this, and I think there's a very real possibility he can do this. And if Amsa wins this, getting to play Mango, who I believe he was 3-0 against next year, that could be huge. So this is a really huge set for. Was it close? It was 3-2 last time. Hey, it's progressing. Maybe it'll be 2-3 in Mango's favor next time. But this is. No, I don't want to go to the Google homepage. This could be a really huge set for how the rest of the bracket progresses. Because there's a couple of times. That was a mogul move. There's a couple of times, or a couple of projected bracket matches that can really flip the entire thing of going on. And what I usually mean by that is something like where there could be this really early upset. Like the Nintendo Axe match is probably the best example of this. Because if this match flips, where we have Nintendo coming in at this point, that makes Zane coming out of here, because Zane has such a bad record, even though he still could lose to S2J, that makes Zane coming out of top 8 like so much more important. And then Zane coming out in this spot instead of like Axe coming out in the spot makes it a whole lot worse for HBox. Well, slightly worse for HBox. If there was a bigger impact match like here, that'd be down the line. I guess the Amsa one's probably a better example, because if Levin's playing Amsa in top 8, Levin's sitting pretty. But if Levin's playing Mango in top 8, their sets are just like, they're just flips, man. You can never tell who's going to win a Levin Mango set, even after like 2 games. Hey, see you, Kirkstone. Thank you for popping through. See you later, alligator. Yeah, but I think we pretty much talked about everything in here. Moki and Triff, this match could flip, but I think Mango beats either of those players. Mango versus Mewtwo King. Mewtwo King won their last set. They only played 1 set in 2018, if I remember correctly. Yep. And it was a Game 5 set at Smash Flash. How did that go? Mango versus Mewtwo King. Not Big House 4. Yuck. Why? Can I please get a waffle? No, not Big House 4. Whatever. I guess we're never going to see the bracket. What is HBox tweeting about? All right. Oh, top 10 players from 2018. Keep saying it's. I forget that it's 2020 now. I'm doing the streamer equivalent of when you're writing the date on the top of a test or something, and you write the last year instead of this year. That's the equivalent of what I'm doing right now. 2 years ago. But I think Mango should, with how hot Mango's playing lately, the reason he's the 2nd seed. And he beats Zane's Marth, who is probably better than Mewtwo King's Marth right now. Is that a hot take? Probably not a hot take. Mewtwo King's been away from the game so far. It's also just it's very easy to underestimate Mewtwo King, if that makes any sense, because we don't really know what's going on with him. Fernia, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 4 months in a row. Thank you for coming back. I gotta update the sub goal after this, guys. I really do appreciate it. All the subs coming in, and it's just the start of the weekend. You guys really want to see that cooking stream and or the return of the Sword and Shield Nuzlocke. Thoughts on Nun's ranking? It's okay. Mango's going to stomp Mewtwo King? I don't think about that. I think Mewtwo King at least takes a game. Actually, it's really hard to make any sort of hard comment on Mewtwo King, how Mewtwo King's going to perform. And I guess the same could be said about Mango. Because Mango, there's a universe where, it's low likelihood is it that it happens, there's a universe where Mango loses to Moki. I don't think it's going to happen. I really hope it doesn't happen. Rich Mind, thank you for the follow. But there's a universe where he does it. But I don't think Mango 3-0 Mewtwo King. Wrap it up? What am I wrapping up? This Curb wins Genesis. All right, get him out of here. Yeah, but I think most likely we'll see Mango advancing. I'd say probably it's on Yeah, I think that's actually fair. It's on the same odds of Mango and Mewtwo King is probably on the same odds of flipping from the projection of Hungrybox IBDW. I'd actually... Would I say that... Is IBDW more likely to beat HBox than Mewtwo King is to beat Mango? I think so. Yeah, that feels right. That feels right. Oh, wow, yeah. You guys are very strongly on my side of that. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, or Murgurgles is not. But that's an interesting thing comparing those two matches together. But we'll talk about how everything could play out once we get in the top 100 once we get there. So let's talk about our last corner of the bracket. Leffen has a very, very... I don't think this matters. Well, Leffen's going to be playing Magi there instead. Let's go. Oh, no, it's going to be... Guys, it's going to be a Falco Ditto. It's going to be the real thing versus Magi. I think Magi beats my case. I have a... Well... Or dude, if Scythe could beat Leffen, last week beats Axe, this week beats Leffen, that would be hype. I'm excited for this match. Not as excited as Forest Moki, but I want to see if Scythe can do it. Yeah, but hopefully Magi beats my case. I'm silly? Yeah, that's true. That is very true. When does Genesis 7 stream start? What? Oh, Leffen versus Chillin because first round of the brackets got swapped up. I think after the first day, I think round 2, most of round 2 was pretty much the same. It's the 24th and no. This is day 0 of Genesis coverage. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sad missing out. When there's so many cool matchups, I don't care too much about a meme matchup between Leffen and Chillin. But Leffen did drop that match to Prof. He dropped one game to Prof? Was that the only game he dropped at Valhalla? Valhalla 3. I know he dropped one game to Prof in the Ditto. Oh yeah, Frenzy did take a game as well. I popped off so hard. I was like half awake because I was doing the coverage at like 3 a.m. for Valhalla, but I popped off so hard for the Frenzy bunny. So he dropped 2 games. He's looking a little rough, Leffen losing 2 games and winning the tournament. But he beats my K's, no problem. I think him having None, even though None and Wizro play very different styles, him having None right before this to get like prepped for that, magnifique. Well, that's not if Hax beats None, which I feel like, was that a projected match? It was a Hax None or Hax like S2J that was projected, and I forget. Excuse me if it was one that actually happened. Let's see, Hax versus... He lost to S2J in a close set at Shine, and I believe he has not played Noni. Crispy Sunset 2013, thank you for the follow. I don't think Hax is going to DQ. For a big event like this, and with a bracket, he's got like a good match coming in here. Hax could beat Leffen? I don't know. Yeah, dude, Hax is going to lose the R. Hax is... we're going to... a little bit of spoilers for fantasy discussion. Jolliver 425, thank you for the follow. Spoiler for fantasy discussion. Don't pick Hax. Anyone who's high variance, well, I guess you could say maybe that gets you a win, but I feel like anyone who's super, super high variance feels like gut check feels like a bad pick. Like, don't pick West Balls either. We call that gambling save. Well, maybe pick West Balls. West Balls could go on a run. Yeah. Hey, Livingstone. R is losing the curb. God. What are you saying, Steve? What Samuses are in attendance? Falco bias? No bias. No bias here. I am not biased against Falco. Please no one sub or follow so you can't tell that I am biased against Falco. That is untrue. That my graphics don't mean anything. This graphic doesn't mean anything. What else? Oh, Young Ori, what's your other take? What's your hot take? I don't think I have any other Falco themed thing. Wait, do I have to move back over? Yeah, no, they're demos. Thank you for showing that I'm totally not biased towards Falco in any manner or way. Queen Duckstuck, we're actually going to, once I go through all the bracket, we're going to go. Also, it's nuts, 130 people here. Once we get through the bracket, we're almost done. We're going to jump over the fantasy advice. I'll try my best. Yeah, but Leffen should work his way through here. Hax could maybe give him a run for money. Hax is Tax is surprisingly really good. Again, not a hot take at all. Young Ori thinks Spud beating H-Box is more likely than Spud beating Face Roll. I don't know. I think both of those are pretty low possibilities. I'm just, anyone who has to play H-Box this early in the bracket, I'm just like, I do not need the mental capacity to worry about them. Like, there's whoever sits in this spot, there should just be a special name for whoever has to play H-Box in top 64, because that player is just like, they need to make like the greatest losers run of all time, or this tournament is just going to be worthless for them. Or not worthless for them. It's just going to be one of those. Dean, thank you for the 5 months. Save Pogs in the chat. The H-Fam. Yeah. But guys, don't worry. Spud's going to lose to an Ices before this. He's got Boyd, right? Yeah, wait, who is... No, Sora's going to get wobbled. Sora's going to get wobbled before he makes it in the bracket. That's what it is. Sora's going to get wobbled. Poor Sora. Cody about to make the greatest losers. Yeah, it's also, I guess, for fantasy, I probably should look a little bit at losers bracket, how that plays out. Sora is in Smash. Yeah. Have we had a fiction discussion? We're actually getting... Oh, are you talking about fiction in the royal sense? Also, let me move myself so I'm a little bit more centered. I could, like, move my camera and, like, physically move, but, like, that's silly. Make myself a little bit bigger. Yeah. Wait, do I go into the... Oh, yeah, I gotta get me out of there. Ooh. Tears who's gonna win. Yeah, so fiction could go on a run. Fiction might be a really good pick. Depends on how the money plays out, but Fiction might be a really good pick to make it through. Null's going to be free Palestine. I believe in Null. I really want to believe in Null. Did we look at Spud's bracket already? Well, he loses the H-Box, so... Is the note indication from Soul Calibur? No, that is the victory theme for Star Fox. The Star Fox victory theme from Melee. Yeah, but I think Fiction, if it is Chudat and not Keizu or Leighton that he's playing, even if he is playing either of those, I think Fiction's likely to win that. If, God, West can do it. Wizrobe has such a small chance of winning this tournament, just because, well, I don't know. Maybe let's walk that statement back a little bit. This is a really tough match. This is probably the toughest match of, like, Kimba's chances. It's just a really tough match because he was down 2-1 on the boy. No, we're looking at 2018. 2 years ago in 2018 when Wizrobe was only a top 7 player. Where's Weston? Where was West? He was 18th best in the world. That's a big F in the chat. Well, it does also hinge on the fact if West Balls beats Zamu. Wizzy needs to take out someone to take out Mango. Yeah. Wizzy. There's too many killers for Wizzy here for I think him to make it because he could lose either of these matches. He is favored against. I'd say he's definitely favored against Leffen, but he could lose that match. If he runs into Mango, he loses that match, which he is very likely to run into Mango there. Like, Wizrobe's on the wrong side of the bracket to win this tournament. Wizrobe, I don't think, is in my group of people. Like, everything would have to go right, and, like, 10 Smash players would have to drop dead for Wizrobe to win the tournament. Fiction's more likely to beat Wizzy than West. I completely disagree. I believe they trade sets at locals. I don't know. I don't have the full ballot sheet up right now, but yeah, 1915. That's a coin flip. That's essentially a coin flip. Those two are at the level when you start playing your homie so much, like they're playing on what do I want to say? Well, when you first play someone and you learn throughout a match, like you look for their mix-ups, the like ledge options they like to choose, they're playing on like 3 or 4 levels of that, where like Westballs knows that Fiction likes to do this, and Fiction knows that Westballs knows that he likes to do that. When you play that many sets, you're playing at the biggest brain kind of level. Usually, and sometimes when you get to that point, like they look so stupid playing each other because they'll do dumb options because they know I'm going to start getting some weird circular logic kind of thing. Nonetheless, it's a really scary bracket for Wizrobe, which makes it a whole lot safer for Leffen to maybe not have to play Wizrobe here, and he gets the warm up against None. That's probably one of the weirdest head-to-heads from 2019 in retrospect. That Wizrose was up 2-0 and swept him at Summit. That's such a weird spread. Summit was such a weird tournament this year. DDR. There's a DDR bracket? Is Tafo entered? Oh no, Tafo's over in like Korea, right? Wait. The important thing we need to find out about the real OGs here. Give me 1 second. So, where is it? Is there not a melee? I'm blind. Melee? DDR. Well, it didn't sort correctly. That's so disappointing. I needed to know. Come on, sort correctly. Damn. Wow, Smash GG, not doing any. Well, we can try this. Let's try the other way. Come on. Wait, was that Spark? Spark playing DDR? Spark is the best player of all time, guys. Let's go Spark. Is there any other names that recognize in here? Dude, I knew there was a reason why I love Spark. Zio's also? Wait, I assume this is a different Zio. Oh, he's a DDR person. That's hype. I didn't know there's like people who went to tournaments for DDR. That's kind of hype. I didn't know there's pro DDR players. Like that's like really cool. Dunk. Let's go. Yeah, Dunk's also doing melee singles in DDR. Let's go Dunk. How do I not follow Dunk? That's hype. This is big. Anyways, let's get out of here. Pyro Pride, thank you for the follow. Oh, and Eggs. Let's go Eggs. All right, let's get back to melee. It's melee time. Oh, Windjammers though. Yeah. Wizrup's chances are better than Zane's chances? Nah. Maybe. Nah. Yeah, no, actually, no. I think I agree with Wizzy's chances. Hella Chopta, thank you for the follow. I think Wizrup's chances are probably better than Zane's now that I think about it. Because, like, in the end game, do I do this full time? Yes, and it's I am very, very much scraping by rent every month. So if you have that Twitch Prime sub, good transition. If you have that Twitch Prime sub or want to join me on Patreon, Twitch Primes get, like, videos early when they're done, and you get all these cool emotes. And I'm going to be doing a lot more stream coverage of tournaments like this. I think I'll be doing coverage of Saving Mr. Lombardi next week as well. But if you can't, follows are really cool. Hanging out, watching the ads when I run them is really dope as well. You're the Samus, thank you for the follow. Yeah, you can also join the Discord, where we hang out, talk about melee, and yeah, I have like a special section. Also, I play. If you need clips for your combo videos, I play with subs on Monday night on stream. So if you want to beat my ass because I suck at melee, go ahead and do that. But enough self-shilling out of the way. What was I talking about? Kung Pao, this discussion is going to substitute for the top 64 one because it took way too long to write the first two videos, and there was no way I was going to get one that was up to quality in time. For your melty blood. Yuck, melty blood. Yeah. But what was I saying? Wizrobe's the favorite here because he won the last couple of sets, but there's a very good likelihood that he's not able to make it there. Oh, I have nothing against Melty Blood. I hate the name. It's no Eunice. It's not Under Night in Birth. Oh, Endgame Wizzy versus Zane. Yeah, that's smart. Thank you guys for reminding me, Livingstone and Rubicon. In the endgame of players who Zane can beat in that endgame, it's not Axe. It's essentially just the Spaceys, I would say. Well, I mean, did he play Mewtwo I forget if Zane on that crazy summit run beat Mewtwo. Melee moves too fast. Hello, Chopper. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. For the follow, then the sub. It's nice to see you here, and I appreciate you jumping in. Hit him with the save W's in the chat. Mewtwo did not beat Zane. Mewtwo did beat Zane. Oh yeah, that was it. That was at Summit. Oh yeah, that was when Mewtwo won Summit. Word. Yeah. So well, in the general, like the long game, hours and hours content ever favorite. Thanks, Helichopped. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all y'all who aren't able to sub and all that. Honey Bear the Only. I think that's how that's supposed to be read out. Thank you for the follow. But endgame wise, I don't see who Zayn beats to win the tournament, or at least his endgame options are really unlikely to win the tournament. Like, Mango's favored against him. I'd say probably Mewtwo King's favored against him. Leffen's definitely favored against him. Wizzy is favored against him. Wizzy's favored against him. Plup might even be closer favored against him. Whereas when we're talking about Wizrobe can beat Leffen. He's probably the favorite against Leffen. I'd say he's probably the favorite against Mewtwo King. He loses the Mango. H-Box, I wouldn't say he's like the slight favorite against H-Box. I think you can kind of see, I don't have all the numbers. Yeah, I don't have all the numbers right in front of me, but I think you can generally see Vizrobe is not the favorite versus Mewtwo King. I believe he won their last couple of sets. Well, it's the last couple of sets plus. Okay, he won their last set by 3-0 them. So he's not like the super strong favorite, but with the gap of time they both took off and how much better Wizrobe has gotten, how much worse Mewtwo King has gotten. But yeah, oh yeah, that was the one where he went yeah, definitely legalized Congo Jungle. It's very flawed, especially when we're looking at sets from 2 years ago. But I don't know what this was. You can see my hands. I look ridiculous. But I think endgame, just generally, I'd say Wizrobe's probably the favorite. Let's talk about top 8, though. Counting friendlies. What's the beginning of Gen 7? It is tomorrow. Round 1 pools. There's some of Round 1 pools tomorrow. And also Rishi Jungle Jam and doubles. So, top 8. I don't know what I have to say about top 8. Rishi Jungle Jam preview is not happening, unfortunately. Leffen's bracket actually sucks for him. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. It's just that potential Wizrobe batch who could get upset before that. And then Mango is like kind of what you would expect playing in winter semis. This is Plup's comeback tournament. I don't think this is Plup's comeback tournament. I don't know when that would be. Plup's not even projected to make. Well, he's 9th seed, so that makes sense. Oh yeah, Axe. That's how Axe would win this tournament if IBDW or anyone upsets. If anyone upsets H-Box. So if we have to rank, I think the idea probably here is to rank. Yeah, this top 8, like every one of these matches in top 8 is incredible. So let's rank the possibility of people winning this tournament. So number 1, H-Box. His path there is really great. He's playing either Zayn or Axe in this slot. And then he essentially just has to, hopefully, it is scary where the bracket, so this is really good for H-Box when you can say the only part of the bracket that's really scary for him is winners finals is because all of the people who are frightening to him are on the other side of the bracket. Mango, Leffen, Wizrobe, Mewtwo King, all on the other side of the bracket. Yeah, H-Box path to winning is always really great. After that, probably not anyone on H-Box's side. It's maybe Mango. Are we just going to go down the seeding list? It's either Mango or Leffen. Yeah, I think Mango or Leffen are probably like right next to each other, 2 and 3 for winning the tournament. Maybe so because then we have to factor in the two kind of things for winning the tournament in this day and age is how likely are they to beat H-Box and how likely are they to get upset on their way there. And I think Leffen's more likely to get upset on his way there, but I have more faith on Leffen to beat H-Box. So I think depending on how you weigh those two values, Mango and Leffen can flip-flop between each other. And once we get to see a little bit more of both of them playing this weekend, I think the values we'll be able to get a firmer idea on who's the second and third favorite there. But I think those two are probably the next favorites. And then is there anyone else who can feasibly win this tournament? Axe could win it. Honestly, Arkin, thank you for the follow. Amsa could win it. I don't see Amsa winning in the end game. So he beats Mango. Who does he beat to win this tournament? Leffen Wizzy is not a great draw, but I don't see him beating the players on this other side. You need some big upsets. Like, Amza has a non-zero chance of winning the tournament, but I don't think I would put, like, if we're talking about the players who can win the tournament, it's going to be it'd have to be a nutty run to do it. Could Mutaking do it? Yeah, I think it's not out of the realm of the possibility for Mutaking. I think it's much more likely than Amza winning it. Because if Mutaking's playing as good as Mutaking can, like his upper echelon, him beating H-Box, and he's not playing... Yeah, if Mutaking's playing at his highest peak, I think there's a possibility that he wins the tournament with the right bracket. Which is where it gets a little sketchy, and he's definitely not in that upper echelon. But it's best to win it, H-Box, Gap, second and third to win it, Mango, Leffen in some order of those two, Gap. Yeah, the thing is for like the Amsa and the Mewtwo a lot of them winning, especially for Amsa, I think Amsa gets to the point where him winning the tournament is partially out of his hands, because if he ends up facing H-Box in winners finals, like I don't think, or Leffen here, like there's a lot of players that need to get upset for Amsa to be able to win the tournament. Like a lot of it's out of his hands. H-Box is him winning the tournament's very much in his hands. That's a weird statement to say, but I think what I'm getting at makes sense. Probably not the best way of expressing that. Yeah. Yeah, Amza need like 3. Yeah, you could value it by the amount of upsets someone needs to have like a reasonable shot at winning the tournament. But okay, so circling back, probability to win the tournament. Number 1, H-Box, Gap. 2, 3 in any order, Mango, Leffen, Gap. Who is the most likely after that to win the tournament? So Wizrobe needs Mango to not win. Axe needs H-Box to not win. Zane needs Axe to lose. Zane could win if Axe gets up. It's really just, there's definitely a huge gap for everyone else, because there needs to be a lot of swapping around to do it. It might be Mewtwo. It actually might be Mewtwo. I think it's some bag of Mewtwo, Axe, Zane, Wizzy. And then maybe Cody. Cody, him winning the tournament is very much in his own hands. But he's got some big hands to beat. I don't think that's how the phrase goes. He's got some big gloves to fill. That's a little better. He's got some large hands to shake. Yeah, large gloves to fill. I think that's how it works. But he's got some big hands to beat. That's it. He's got some big back airs. He's got some big feet to beat with the big back airs. Yeah, but IBDW, and I think that might either be freeing or terrifying for a player, that he's got to win 2 really tough sets, and then he puts him in a really great place to win the tournament. Yeah, but I think it's pretty much like H-Box, Gap, Mango, Leffen. I would say those 3 are like the only people I would put money down on for winning Genesis, because some wild stuff has to happen for it to go the other way. Yeah. And then the order from there, I think, is going to fill out a little bit more clearly as we move forward. Congo, you said H-Box, Mango, Leffen, Mewtwo, Zane, Wizzy. I think Mewtwo definitely feels like a good pick for 4. Livingstone, you also had him at 4. Because just if Mewtwo playing as well as we know he can play, I think Mewtwo's beaten everyone. Mewtwo's 3rd? I don't know about that one, Chief. Yeah, H-Box's path is super easy. Well, I mean, when you're the number 1 seed. But I mean, this isn't the freest path that H-Box has had. 11 losing the Nun is like a 3% chance, is a 1% chance. Yeah. Yeah, Mewtwo could do it, but Yeah, so I think that'll probably, unless there's any more big discussions on top 64, Mewtwo King should be unranked. That's a debate for another time. If there's any other questions on top 64, I think look at losers. I don't think losers is, for generally looking at losers really isn't worth your time, because as we were just talking about, there's so many of these matches that could get flopped around. If even one match flips, the entirety of losers changes. I don't think there's any amount of time. Maybe in top 8 you can start maybe looking at losers, but generally it's like there's so many factors that are already playing into what could happen in winners, and we know like it's probably going to it has to progress in this way or some close to this way. But losers is also a little interesting for looking for who gets the summit spot. But you're saying about Wizzy's loser's path? Plop. Rip. IBW Fiction. Fiction beat Cody at a local yesterday, I believe, so that's rough for him. Mewtwo King. S2J beats Mewtwo King. Mewtwo King finishes 9th. Perfect. Oh, yeah. What are the chances of Chillindu taking it all? In a rap battle or top 64? Because actually, no, both the chances of that are 0%. But don't think S2J will get to Mewtwo King? Yeah, because S2J will be sitting in winner's side of top 8 after beating Zane and Axe. All right, gamers, but I think that will about do it with our answering the question of who can win at Genesis and like the probability of ordering them, as well as looking at the interesting matches in winner's side of top 64. So, again, I apologize that this isn't the official video with a script that I would normally do for the storylines for that, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. And for you VOD viewers who are going to be watching this now, I'm going to probably end up putting this out like sometime tonight or early tomorrow. I'll be streaming all this weekend with the schedule. Give me a second. I got to put up schedule. Yeah, YouTube here. Well, I think I'm going to split up the YouTube. I'm going to split up the fantasy thing and the storylines, whatever the replacement for the storylines that this is. But for those YouTube people who are still hanging around here, most likely I'm live. If it's either Genesis is live right now or I'm live right now. So go on Twitch and go watch Melee content in some form of capacity. But where is the schedule? Oh, here he is. So for those of you who don't know, Jerry, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it. Save W's in the chat. And also all these other lovely emotes. But this weekend, hit that follow button is probably the best way to make sure you don't miss out on any of the Genesis coverage this weekend. Also, for you guys here, I'm not ending the show right now. I'm just ending the VOD for the video. But tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific, I'll be doing a pregame show where, again, we're probably going to be talking about a lot of the same things, covering a lot of the stuff in round 1, round 2 pools that you want to talk about it. For your Melee content, free. Hell yeah. Thanks, Jerry. And then on Saturday, we're going to be doing a pregame show, wrapping up everything that happened this day because there's no postgame show, as well as covering everything else. And then it's the rest of round 1 pools on Saturday up to top 8. So we're going to have a lot to talk about after at 1 a.m. on day 2, which is going to be hype. And then right before top 8 on Sunday, we'll be talking about that. So if that sounds like something you enjoy, hit me with that follow here. Also, if you're on Twitter, hit me with that follow over there because I'm getting close to 2K followers, which would be sick to hit. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to run some ads real quick I'm going to run some ads real quick and then so I can go get some more water. And then we're going to talk about and build, Yankees, thank you for the follow. We're going to talk about and build the optimal fantasy team, or at least talk about it now that we know, that we've talked through all of the projected bracket to see what's going on here. So I will see you guys in just... Hey, I didn't pull up the thing to run the ad, so it's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to talk to you guys in just a moment.